I'm Patrick from the Toronto Financial District PIA. Today we have Stephen Lund, the CEO of Toronto Global, with us. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us today, Mr. Lund.
My pleasure, thanks.
So we have a few questions. They're pretty tough. But the first question is, what brought you, a Penguins and a Habs fan from New Brunswick, to Toronto?
Well, first of all, let me say that as of a month ago, I'm a die-hard Leafs fan.
Great.
I've always been a Raptors fan. I've always been a Blue Jays fan, and now I'm a die-hard Leafs fan. But really, in addition to that, I've been in this business, economic development, foreign direct investment as a CEO and deputy minister for 20 years. I've worked with great teams, had a lot of success, and to me, this is a great challenge, but a great opportunity. I think it's a great step for me. I'm excited about it, and I think, I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay, great. And you have a ton of experience, but you're new to this role. So what are your priorities as you're starting out, and I guess have a couple months under your belt?
Yeah, so my priorities, really, my main priority is, I'll put it this way. We're in the middle of a pandemic. It's going to end at some point. We don't know when it will end. But when it does end, we do know that Canada will be in a good position internationally. And Toronto will be in a good position, not just in Canada, but in North America, to attract new business, to attract new immigrants, to lead the way in this economic recovery. What I want to see is the Toronto region be known in North America, throughout North America, as the leading center for new investment. That's my goal, and I want our team to be known as the top organization in North America for what we do. So let me start with that premise. Everything else is, how do we build a business plan? How do we work in this pandemic world? How do we have a great culture? How do we drive new business? How do we work with our partners? How do we work with all the regions to make sure that we're all successful? So these are all things that really come under that umbrella of, let's step up, let's show the world that we're the best, and let's lead. This is a great city. There are great people here. Everybody wants to do this, and we will be one part of that. So I'm really excited about driving this region forward.
Oh, okay, great. And you've touched on it a bit, but are there specific experiences that you've had or causes that you have for optimism in the city of Toronto through the pandemic and post-pandemic?
Before I answer that, I really need to step back and see, where were we before this pandemic hit? So where was Toronto before this pandemic hit? Toronto is the fastest growing major urban center in North America. We attract over 100,000 new immigrants a year to this city. We have one of the fastest growing tech centers in North America. We have one of the strongest financial centers in North America. We graduate between 35 and 40,000 STEM graduates every year. We have over 600,000 people that have some sort of STEM degree in this city. We have 18 exceptional universities and community colleges with over 400,000 people in this city. And Canada itself has one of the highest educated populations in the OECD. So Toronto was booming. Even before the pandemic hit, we have one of the lowest vacancy rates in North America. We have more cranes in this city than are in Los Angeles, Boston, Chicago, San Francisco combined. So go back to pre-pandemic, this city is booming. It's a magnet for investment in the people. So why am I optimistic? Because at some point we'll get through this, and at some point, Toronto is Toronto. Toronto is a great city. It's an attractive city for investment. It's an attractive city for people. That's why I'm optimistic, because we are going to lead coming out of this pandemic, and Toronto is and always will be a vibrant city and one of the best cities in the world to live in.
To mention something specific, Toronto Global recently did work with Entrepreneur First to bring a talent investor to Toronto. And can you tell us a little bit about that work?
Entrepreneur First is an international organization based in London with operations around the world. Our team worked with them to help them get settled here in Toronto. This is a unique organization that works with young people to connect them to investors, to connect them to talent. This organization has already worked with over 2,000 people around the world and with 300 separate companies. This is an exciting opportunity for our ecosystem, which is really second to none in the world.